Well, I haven't seen all of the works yet, but what I have seen is it seems as the work is growing in size, it gets more monumental. The work need more architecture, more space around itself, you know. So it seems as it's an expanded field of ceramic art, more sculpture work, really. And what I have seen so far is the quality seems to be extremely high. It seems to be probably as the best I have seen of the biennales so far. So I'm really looking forward to see it all when it's done and finished and installed in the museum. It's a matter of process. It's a natural process that your work get more complex instead of only focusing on an object or the piece. The more you know, the more qualified you are, the more complex will your work be, the more you put into your work. So my impression is that lots of ceramic artists today work also as much as with the space as with the object itself. I participated first time in 2001. The first one, and I got the silver prize, which of course then the Biennale was new. We didn't know so much about it, but it was then already the largest Biennale, ceramic Biennale in the world. Then I was invited again 2 years after in a curated exhibition to come here, and all this was very important for building of my career. Being in the ceramic Biennale in Korea has been very important. Then next time I participated was in 2017, 2 years ago, and I also even got the grand prize, which has given me a lot of international recognition. Of course, it is quite a big event. And then I'm here this year because I got the grand prize 2 years ago. So I am, as a part of the grand prize, I'm invited to have a solo exhibition. Still, this is the most important biennale in the world. And now KICB has become very good at using social media and using internet. So the works get spread all over the world. It's very, very good. It's very good. It's a very good biennale. If you're interested in ceramic art, this is one of the really best places to go and see contemporary ceramic art. Biennale itself is very good. The work is excellent. The jury is probably the most competent jury we can have in the world. The collection of KICB is fantastic. So yes, it is probably one of the best places you can go for ceramic art. You cannot really express your work because if I could express my work, I wouldn't make it. I would only express it. It would be much easier, you know. So I make my work because I cannot express it in another way than through my work. But what I can say is my work is somewhere in between the possible and the impossible, and it is somewhere in between clay and mind. That's the only way, or the most precise way I think I can describe my work. I think if you, as an audience, and I use myself as example, when I go to an exhibition, if I see a piece of art, a painting, a sculpture, maybe a piece of music, and I forget about the piece, I forget about the music, I only start to experience myself and think about myself and my own life. This is what good art can achieve. There is no answer to that. I feel myself very insecure when I go to an art exhibition because there are so many things I don't understand myself. And you're not supposed to understand. You're supposed to start to ask some questions. You're supposed to start to ask questions about yourself, your own life. How do you spend your life? You're not really supposed to understand much when you see an exhibition. Just be open as you can, open-minded as you can. Yes, this piece behind here, the story of this piece is where I live in Norway. There was a very famous porcelain factory making porcelain pieces for 150 years. The owner, the last owner of this, didn't think he made enough money on his factory, so he closed the factory. This is why I make this piece. It's a tribute, it's a homage to 150 years of knowledge, of tradition, of culture, and it is a crime to close something like this down, put 400 people out of work, put a whole society out, because this was a very important economic impact running the whole society. So I hope that this piece will end up in this town where this factory was, because it belongs to the people there. So that will happen to this piece. Then for my own personal plans, next week I go to Geneva for meetings. I'm president of the International Academy of Ceramics. We have our council meetings in Geneva in Switzerland, where we have our headquarters. Then I go back to Norway beginning of October to put up a huge museum installation opening October 12. And then I'm planning next for quite a big exhibition in New York. It's very busy, really busy. I don't think information do any harm. I don't really think the more we know, the similar we get. I think the opposite. The more we know about each other, the more we know about ourselves. The more we know about our neighbor, the more we know about our own background and culture. And it is about to know yourself. And you cannot know yourself if you don't know yourself through other people, through other cultures, through other regions. The more you see, the more aware you will be what is your background, what is specifically yours, who you are. The more you know about yourself. Very simple answer. There will be a lot of people experience ceramic art and experience international ceramic art on the highest level possible. I think this is what I think is the best to spread the message about what ceramic art is, what art is about in general, to increase interest in ceramics, ceramic art, in ceramic traditions. Ceramics is the oldest we have in the world, you know. Clay is everywhere. And the oldest tradition we have is the ceramic traditions. It's still very, very important, as it was 10,000, 20,000 years ago. Still very important today. Well, ceramic art or ceramic is quite a complicated material to work with. Clay is telling everything about you. When you make something in clay, the material tells everything about you. This means that we have nothing to hide from each other. We cannot copy each other. I cannot copy my colleague's work. It's impossible. We don't compete. That means we cooperate. We help each other. In order to achieve something through a quite short lifetime, we realize that we have to work together. We have to learn from each other. I learn you, you teach me. This is how ceramic international network is developing faster and faster and faster. One of the largest international network in art is ceramic art because of this. We have to share. We have to share.